There is no place for racism in football. And I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to stay quiet like a lot of these other YouTubers. I'm going to talk about it. And I know most people probably don't even know about this. Taison, the Brazilian, the captain of Shakhtar Donetsk, was sent off in a game between Shakhtar Donetsk and Dynamo Kiev, or Dynamo Kiev, however you want to say it, after he came under some racial abuse, and he retaliated by kicking the ball in the stands and by flipping the bird, sticking out his middle finger. After that happened, the referee followed protocol, took the players off the field. They made an announcement saying, they need to stop the whole racial slurs or whatever they were saying. And then they came back onto the field, and to Taison's surprise, he was shown a red card by the referee. My alarm went on there. Taison has been playing football in Ukraine for over 10 seasons. And there's so many Brazilians who play for Shakhtar Donetsk. There's even a few Brazilians who have become naturalized Ukrainian citizens in Marlos and Junior Moraes. There's even a few Brazilians playing for Dynamo Kiev. They should be ashamed of themselves, seriously. They should be ashamed of themselves. And this is not the first time that this kind of stuff is happening in Ukraine. It's not. They've been made to play in empty stadiums because of stuff like this. It's simply horrible. As they say, there's no room for racism in football. But what is UEFA doing about it? What is the Ukrainian FA doing about it? Giving red card to the victim, basically, instead of giving a red card to the fans. You telling me they can't find out who is responsible for this, or the people responsible for this? Because trust me, if we're in a stadium full of people, there has to be police, stewards, who could pinpoint where this trouble is coming from and deal with the perpetrators accordingly. How can people do stuff like this? Can't be human. You can't be human. You have to be something else. You have to be something else. For you to look at another human because he is a different race and taunt him with racial slurs. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and people need to stand up. People need to stand up. More people need to stand up. See it happening in Bulgaria, Montenegro, England, Italy, time and time again. And from now on, every time I read an article about the racism thing, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it because people need to be more aware of what's going on. And they need to stop. If you're watching this, and you're not black, don't do this. Tell your family and friends, don't do this. Take a fucking stand. Simple. This is just horrible. Distasteful. Now, when I see the name Dynamo Kiev I'm like, I'll be disgusted. Seriously. They need to take care of it. They need to investigate, and they need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. They need to make sure it doesn't happen again. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. My initial reaction. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Taison, you need to leave Ukraine, man. You've been over there too long. You're too talented to still be playing over there. Follow Bernard, Fred, Fernandinho, Willian, and all the other talented Brazilians who have came through Shakhtar Donetsk. Alex Teixeira, Luis Adriano, etc., etc., etc. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Say no to racism.